Let us begin.
Hey guys, Pat Keebler here for Would You Spend a Day with Tim Allen? WYSADWTA, back at it again for another CD collection update. Hope you like that cold open. I thought it was just something I kind of thought up at like the last minute and thought, this is actually a pretty decent CD collection video because I actually got a real treat for you guys. The story the story behind this is that I actually just came back from work not too long ago, probably like 2-ish hours ago. I get off of work and then I realize, oh, I still need to get, CDs for my collection. So I go over to Pre-Played figuring, I might find, something like, I don't know, maybe Sum 41 or something like that. But anyway, interestingly enough, I found almost all of My Chemical Romance's CDs. Like even I Brought You My Bullets, which is for any MCR fan, that's actually a pretty hard one to find because I think first edition CDs go on eBay or something like that for like $200. I'd have to check later, but either way, just like any CD of it in general is just like extremely hard to find. So yeah, I found the first 3 CDs. They were pre-played. Then I had to go to Barnes and Noble to get the last one, which wasn't too bad. So I essentially pretty much just got all of MCR's like full-length albums in like one go, pretty much. So yeah, let's get right into it. So their first album, I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love. Absolutely love this album. This is probably my favorite, not only my favorite MCR album, but probably one of my most favorite albums overall, which actually gives me an idea. I might have to do just like a top 10 albums thing later. But anyway, really, really love this album. So it's a concept album for those of you who don't know. It's kind of these like two like lovers that are well, Wikipedia or like the internet says they're kind of like Bonnie and Clyde-esque lovers, but I just see them as like two people and they're like gunned down in the desert or something like that, and then they die and they go to like purgatory or something. And then Three Cheers is like the sequel to that where the guy's in purgatory and he makes a deal with the devil saying that he'll free his girlfriend if he gets him like the souls of like 1,000 evil men. That's why, but I'll get into that in a minute. But anyway, really like this CD. What I really don't like about the case is that when I open it up, I found out that it's actually broken. So yeah, that kind of comes off. So, kind of sucks, but, it's actually not, but, small price to pay for finding, like one of the most badass albums of all time. I really, really love this album. There's probably not a song on this album that I don't like. But if I had to pick a couple, Drowning Lessons, definitely my favorite. Head First for Halos, that's like a really fast-paced song that I really like. Let's see, and Early Sunsets over Monroeville. That's kind of like a sweet, like kind of power ballad that, it's kind of nice to just listen to. And every time I listen to Early Sunsets, it actually kind of makes me feel like I'm back in like when I listen to almost the whole album, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm like back in like when this came out, which was in 2002, I believe. And yeah, I just really like that. I just really, really like it. And yeah, I just absolutely love it. And let's see, I believe this actually came out on Eyeball when they first came out, when they first were getting into the scene. And I believe they also had 2 EPs off of Eyeball. I can't remember the names of them right now, but that's what the internet is for. So anyway, absolutely in love with this album. And moving on to the next one, Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. Like I said, it's a sequel to I Brought You My Bullets. It's pretty much the entire concept of the album is that, again, the 2 people from the first album, they died, and this is the guy making a deal with the devil, saying that he'll resurrect both him and his lover for like the souls of like 1,000 bad people or bad men, Because it actually says on the inside, if I can, like, open this up with one hand without... Okay. Sorry, kind of had to get away from the camera. So, yeah, it says... Right here, story of a man, a woman, and 1,000... And the corpses of 1,000 evil men. I'm sorry. And... Yeah, sorry, I'm also kind of looking at... I'm also kind of just, like, looking at the... kind of like the inside of this here, and it kind of just still reminds me of... I don't know, it kind of reminds me of something else. Like, it's like a supposedly supposed to be a movie poster, but it also reminds me of, like, something else. I'd probably have to double check on what that is. But either way, actually, really good album. Probably have to say, my favorite ones are probably, probably Give 'Em Hell, Kid. I'm Not Okay. I know, stereotype. Let's see. Thank You for the Venom. Let's see. It's not a fashion statement, it's a death wish. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, like, on the internet, the song is called It's Not a Fashion Statement, It's a Fucking Death Wish. But, like, on the album that I have here, it just says it's not a fashion statement, it's a death wish. So, I think it's supposed to be, the song is supposed to be It's a Fucking Death Wish. It's, on the actual, like, behind the album, it doesn't say fucking. Oh, it actually says so on the CD here. Like, if you take a look, it's not a fashion statement. It's a fucking death wish. Which is kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I didn't really notice that before. I don't know why it says it on the CD and not, like, the actual, like, album case, like, right here. That is peculiar. Anyway, like this, pretty good album. I think this is, actually Bat's favorite. Either this or the next one I'm about to show you. Let's see. Also, released on Reprise. And for those of you who don't know, Reprise also did, it also released some albums with, Green Day and, Disturbed and a few other ones that I can't really name right now because I'm kind of rambling on. And according to my thing, I'm already 7 minutes in, plus, like, the intro, or the cold open. Anyway, next one, probably their most famous album, The Black Parade. Boom. I almost said Welcome to the Black Parade because, that's how it is. So, interesting thing about this one is that it didn't come as, the way it did, like this. It actually originally came out, like this thing that you see right here, the, front cover. It actually came as, like, a cover sheet for, like, the entire CD. And I didn't really like that, so what I kind of did was that I kind of just, like, cut out the front and, just kind of stuck it into, like, little CD slot. You can kind of tell that I did because it kind of cuts off the E, so it's kind of My Chemical Romance. But, it's still pretty good. It still looks pretty good. I don't really think anybody will really notice or really care all that much. I mean, I don't personally, but... Yeah, so anyway, really like this album, also off of Reprise. So, let's see, top ones, Welcome to the Black Parade, duh. Like that needs any explanation. Let's see, I also like Teenagers. Okay, I'm just being a stereotype when it comes to this album. Let's see, also like House of Wolves, and probably Famous Last Words I'd probably say are my top picks from this album here. So... yeah, this and 3 Cheers, I believe are Bat's favorites from MCR. And now on to their very last album that they have recorded. Lex hopes that this is their last album ever and they don't ever get back together. Danger Days, True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. So this is Lex's favorite album. I don't really know why. This is probably my least favorite. I mean, you guys know that he's had, like, a really big thing for Danger Days. He's done, like, a bunch of, like, cosplay stuff. He even did, like, how to make the car from Danger Days. But, yeah, don't really get why, Lex. I mean, we really need to talk about that. Why do you like that so much? But, anyway, this is their last album that they ever recorded. Well, there was also, Conventional Weapons, I should say. But... So, which I hope to get one day soon. If I do, that'd be great. But so far, I can't have all the like the full length CDs, not including Conventional Weapons. Would that be considered a full length album, or would it be an EP? I don't know. I'll Google it later. But anyway, So, yeah, sorry, don't really like this album. No disrespect to anybody that actually does like this album. I mean, kudos to you. I mean, you like what you like. Um, Probably the only songs that I really like off of this is Vampire Money and Na Na Na. Or it's technically Look Alive Sunshine and Na 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 Na. But, it's like a slash song. Like, Look Alive Sunshine is just like a 3 minute, like, radio introduction to Dr. Death. And, so yeah, concept of this album is that MCR is pretty much a gang from 2019, and they're kind of just like going off like killing shit, and like and there's like this kid that gets kidnapped and they rescue him, and like bad shit happens and blah 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 blah. Oh, that also reminds me, I forgot to tell you the premise of Black Parades. It's pretty much it's pretty much just like a cancer patient reliving the best memories of his life, and then he just dies at the end because it's cancer. That's why the last song is called Famous Last Words. So yeah, I kind of rambled on there for a second. I mean, it's MCR, so you kind of have to expect it. But anyway, those are all the CDs that I have for you guys this week. If you have any suggestions for what bands or CDs I should listen to next, make sure you leave a comment down below. Make sure you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Once again, I'm Pat Keebler for WYSADWTA. Bye!